What's going on, guys? We are back for some more Minecraft action. So, today, what we're going to do is, first off, I'm going to show you the new stuff that we've done, since I have to do that every episode because I can't record that much. So anyway, we still got the blaze farm set up here. I went ahead and built a gigantic mob trap, and when it's active, I actually turn all of these things on. It does quite a bit. So this is red alloy wire. It's real easy to make. It's not jacketed at all. It's just 3 pieces of red alloy ingot. And so we turn on this entire mob farm with the flip of a switch, and things fall and die. And they keep doing that. And these transposers will pick them up every time something drops and falls. But occasionally a little spider will live. So I installed a failsafe. That's, let's turn this back off. I think the spider killed himself, but there's a failsafe in here. I hear him. He's probably stuck in the ground there, yep. So this is the failsafe. These are energy pellet launchers. They're real easy to craft. Super cheap. They don't stack though, so be wary of that, because I tried to make like a stack of them just to have them. This is probably what I'm going to use for gas too, because conservatory's using these and it works really good for the gas. But anyway, so we got this annoying spider, so we turn this on and it kills the spider. And then they just bounce back and forth until they disappear. They're a good way of, clearing the trash and taking care of it. So yeah, so we've got all of this stuff set up now. I have 1,024 stacks of ham, 1,024 stacks of string, and all this other fun stuff. And you can see some of these are really low that don't really make sense, but that's because I kind of set up community chests for everybody. So these will go up to a stack of items. So that's why the glowstone hasn't started filling down here. But they'll all go up to a stack, or in 256 in the case of the ender pearls, and they fill into a chest like we had for the blaze stuff. And these are all on our forums so that people know where things go, so that when you're starting out, you have steak, you have leather, you have whatever you need basically. A lot of the annoying recipes and things like that that require a blaze farm like industrial TNT and stuff now is a lot easier to do. So over here, we have upgraded our tree farms quite a bit, all the way up to the top here. So I've got 4 tree farms up here. I have a mushroom farm that does not work. We'll need to figure out how to get this to work. I might just have to do like a dark room and have them spawn in there. Another wort farm that is turned on, actually. It should be turned off. So I'm going to turn that guy off. And a coconut, or a cocoa bean farm that harvest cocoa beans. And again, these are all made with these circuits. You use an intricate circuit, and then there's all the stuff on the... But they replant themselves, and they do their job. And then this isn't how it's set up. I just did it that way because I'm lazy. You could set it up to be a lot more efficient by putting, like, another tree here and things like that. But you got to leave enough space for them to grow. More tree farms, and over here we upgraded our reed setup with zirconium soil, which is made like so. It's really not too bad. It's the green engineering blocks, some saplings, and iron, and these are just normal. But they don't require water to plant reeds, but you can see I have waters here with these funky looking lily pads, and these are called lily pads of fertility. And they're made with these splash potions of splash fertilizing serum. This is condensed splash stuff, vial of ordinary water you get with a vial, and the vials are like so. Real easy to make. But what it does is anything within like a 9-block area of it grows a lot faster, so that's why there's water here. I mean, I really don't need to have that many, but I figured I'd have 4, just kind of symmetry. But it speeds things up. They grow a lot faster, and there's a lot more to grow there now that I don't have to have water everywhere. Um, so yeah, same thing down here. Actually, why? Things are coming out too quickly. So, we need to go upgrade that. Let's go do that. Because that's kind of exciting. Making too much stuff that I now have to upgrade that. That's doable, though. That's not too bad. So let's set this up, and then we'll go look at what we're going to do today. There we are. Do I want it to be all the way up here, or do I want it to be over here and ran safer? I think I like over here and ran safer, just a little bit more. I think I've got, yeah, levers in my bag. Okay. That'll start pulling things out stacks at a time now. There we go. Now it's catching up. We got so much of this stuff is going to scrap, it's just crazy. It's barely catching up. Man. That is cray. Alright, well, while that does its thing and tries to catch up, we'll see if it actually does. Let's go look at what I've been doing. So, this, all of these things are set for a purpose. So what I've been doing is, I've been making superconductor covers, making those into superconductors, making the superconductors into superconductor wire, using the rest of the superconductor with highly advanced machine blocks, lapatronic energy orbs, lapatronic crystals, and where's the energy flow circuits into supercondensers or supercondensators, using again all of that stuff to supercondensators with the Greg Tech computer cube, which I don't know if I have it, but we've made it before, into fusion reactors, and all of this stuff into fusion coils, and then I just had all of this go from here up to here. You get this from ender pearls and emerald, all of this stuff, tin and coal dust and all that. It's a lot. I set up a diamond chest. It takes a full diamond chest of 4 rows of these, and I think 2 rows of these. Yeah, 2 rows of those. It's a lot of materials. And that all gets crafted into this, gets crafted into that, gets crafted into these fusion coils. So we've got all of those done. And again, I use the superconductor wire, this stuff here, the superconductors in place of those. Tesla coils, real easy to craft, nothing difficult there. And so that's all of that. I have a massive extractors because I didn't mean to create that many, but we have that many now. We actually need to upgrade them, which will work to our advantage, because somewhere here there is electrolyzed water, and somewhere there are the parts to make an advanced machine block. So anyway, I was making extractors to make industrial centrifuges. Over here I had buffers to make regulators, and over here item detectors to make regulators, and over here a thing to make filters, and a thing to make sorting machines from filters. So let's do this guy real fast because we can. Boom. And we're going to take a hopper, throw that in there, And I think we are ready to begin. So, are you ready for fusion? I know I am. So this is going to be our fusion room. It should look really cool because we can kind of split things all over the place. Um, Anybody that had watched the video, I had talked about possibly using Buildcraft pipes to set this thing up. God damn, this thing. So if there is liquid in the tank, I don't want it to output a signal. I don't know. This thing sucks. Um, I cannot figure out for the life of me how to get this thing to work properly. So that works. When it doesn't have work, it'll put out a signal that says, "Hey, I need work." And since we're going through this stuff so fast, it doesn't matter. It's backing up, so it should be fine in this format. But anyway, yeah, this is feeding a biomass setup that's just kind of 4 fermenters running off of all the excess stuff from over there. You can see that we were getting a ton of from up here. Um, has this caught up with itself yet? I mean, it's trying. It's trying real hard to catch up. Oh man, it's fun. That's awesome. I don't think I need to run quarries anymore. Okay. So anyway, let's start, shall we? So, the plan, I'm actually going to grab some building blocks. We'll probably use cobble or the stone brick. So let me grab some stone brick stuff real quick. That should be more than we need. A lot more than we need. If we even actually need any, because how I'm going to try and set this thing up. So, anyway, let's go over here. I blocked off my entrance. I was going up this side over here, but I closed it off. Okay. So let's put that away. So we're going to start with, like I said, I want things to be about 2 high. So let's start with that up there. Yeah, that'll work perfectly. We're going to use some Liquiducts, and we're going to use half of these. And these take 128, so I'm going to do that. And I think that, no. How do I want to do this? Because MFEs cannot intake 512 EU. So, I think what we'll start off by doing is running wire over here and somewhere in here, like right here, putting an MV transformer. Okay. Okay, so let's see. 2 blocks off the ground. We want... Let's see, I had them spaced 1 apart. So let's do there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 3 from that side and 5 from that side. That works. I don't care. Close enough. It's 7. And let's see. We want MFEs here like so. All right. And we'll start right here. That should be charging nice and fast, and it is. It's beautiful. Let's make sure that these all charge nice and fast with 800 things plugged into them. Actually, you know what? I'm doing this real bad. There's a better way to do this. Be careful not to break anything that I don't want broken. There we go. Beautiful. These things are charging nice and quick. And we want to put some electrolyzers in here. Now, hopefully, let's see, we want to do this. Beautiful. And right down the center. We flip that around, and it works perfectly. That'll start to fill up all of these things with water, still water. We cannot take that out. It's going to start putting water blocks into here. So, the next thing that we need to do is get some pneumatic tubes out. Some of these, some sorters, and this now let's see, we want that facing down. That works perfectly. I think that's the way we want it. I know big end's where you want it to go into. So let's see if that works. It does. Nice. There we go. Okay. So now this will be the longest wire that I run. Because I'm going to need to run it all the way around the room. Now we're going to run it down here because this will be the easiest way to branch off and get the rest of the machines that we need to. You're not charging very fast, but that shouldn't be a problem, hopefully. Okay, let's see. Come around here, up and over, right around like that, down, boom. Now that thing's going to start to charge, and we're going to say it doesn't really matter. Cycle through stuff, pull out stacks at a time. Let's grab some cells. Put all the cells in here, because they should end up coming back into it once all of this is full. Nope, that's the wrong side for you to be putting cells into, my friend. Why are you stupid? Okay, well, that's unfortunate. So we'll set that thing off right now. I need to figure out why. Wonder if wrenches work like they do with the other pipes. They do. Nice. Oh, no they don't. Apparently not. switch around the water, I think. I think what we'll want to do is make sure that we can actually pull out the front as well. Because I remember ever so slightly that these things are very picky about the direction that they do things. So let's see if that works. Well, I had more on me, but it didn't transfer over to me. Okay. This stuff is quite weird. My only complaint with red power is how things behave. But that works. Okay. Now to test this, I'm going to want to put some pneumatic pipes and throw them somewhere. Actually, you know what? I won't need to do that. Although I really should just get my screwdriver out. Make things a little bit easier on me. Okay. Screwdriver, 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 screwdriver. Okay. Okay, so apparently it needs like 5 to start. Let's see what happens when it gets something. I'm going to tell it, just like the other one, it doesn't have to do anything, and it's just going to pull stacks out at a time. Insufficient energy line. Oh yeah, obviously. So why do I have a machine block? Because I probably broke it with my super powerful. Yeah, so let's just do that. And then we'll remake that MFE later. Really? Why would you do that? What do you mean insufficient energy line? Oh, it's because you're not facing the right way. Grr. Okay. Now, are you actually functioning like you should? No, you're not. Because we're still not good. Grr. You know what? I have some HV transformers. Let me go grab those and remake this thing, and we'll be right back, guys. Alright. Well, I decided against the HV transformer, just because I don't think it's going to do anything. So I'm adding a few more MV transformers. That should work. Should pump a lot more power through the lines. Y'all, that works a lot better now. Oh, beautiful. That worked perfectly. Alright. Well, now that we know that works, we just need to make sure that we can feed into it properly. So what we want to do is I'm going to want to cut that one there and that one there. Put down some pneumatic tubes. And see if feeding into the back works any better. Nope. Does not. Brilliant. So it's got to be feeding into the bottom then, is how we're supposed to do this. Either that or a side. I wonder if a side would work. Nope, apparently not. So now that we know that the sides don't work, what about the bottom? So let's try that one now. Okay, so they have to be fed in from the bottom, which makes the power situation a whole lot more difficult. So let's figure that out. How are we going to do that? Okay, so now that this has to be this way, unfortunately, for everyone involved, this is just awful. So let's do this. So that's going to spread out and do its thing, and see, the thing is I'm not going to set these up to pull out just yet. I'm going to take all of these things out. We know that there's not sufficient energy in the line, so they can just sit there and pretend to do stuff, but not actually do stuff. Let's get all of these out of our way. I'm guessing we're probably going to need more, even, but it's a good place to start, is where we're at. All right. So those are all set up now. Now what do we do? We can still keep the pneumatic tubes and the liquid ducts here. So let's set this guy up again. We're going to have to power it from above, it looks like. No, that won't be too bad. So let's see. We want MFEs all facing down. No, not that way. Facing downward. How much closer do I need to get to convince you that I'm down? Okay. So that's all of them facing downward. Okay. Now once we hook all these up to the energy line, they should be fine. So that works now. So we have this part set up. As soon as I set up the sorting things on them all, they'll work perfectly. But you know what, I'm not going to run the wire here yet, because it's not the way we do things. We know that these will all work, so I'll set up the sorting machines. And we'll flip these guys around. Unfortunately, the wrench does not work for that. So we need all these guys facing this direction. Is it just one flip to get it facing the right way? It is. Okay, cool. So, next thing we're going to do is all of these things have to get pumped into another set of industrial electrolyzers. Because Greg Tech. So if anyone asks, it's Greg Tech. That's why we have to do this. Alright. So it's got to be another block out, unfortunately. Then we put down another set of industrial electrolyzers. Right there. Okay, cool. So these industrial electrolyzers will all receive the same stuff as the previous. Nothing different here. At least not yet. And then do the same thing we did before with the MFEs. Let's run them all the way across here. Come over and cut that one. And get the rest of the MFEs out of here. Alright. So we'll set these up. We'll be right back. Alright. So we're back. Set this up. So again, it's set to do its thing. We do have to set some stuff up, though. Additional stuff up. So we need to paint this guy green. And green will be for empty cells, or compressed air cells. What this will do is anything that gets pumped into the chest there, it'll convert into a tin cell, or an empty cell, rather, and then we'll work on getting stuff pumped back into here. Now this is going to be far from the prettiest thing you've ever seen, but it'll do its job. Why did it switch to that? That was weird. Oh well. Let's pick that stuff back up. Nothing goes to waste in this build because it's expensive. Alright, there we are. Now, I'm going to set up empty cells to black. So that way, we can run other things into this line from other parts of the fusion reactor pieces. So, this will probably all be, let's see, I might want to switch this up a little bit. Really? I broke the block below me, but not the one I was standing on. Okay, whatever. How do I get back up here? Where's the hole? There's the hole. Okay. Well, let's see here. If I get rid of that guy, and that guy, and we set that one to be green, I think that works better for us. I do. Because now I can run things below it. Alright. Now, I want to run our power line up through here. Up one more. And out this way. Now, I do want to plug it into this guy just to see what happens. So there's that. So that's going to charge up nice and quickly. Let me grab some hydrogen cells. Or some electrolyzed water cells. Do I still have those on me? I don't. Let's find where I put those. Those were like right here. Yeah. So there's the electrolyzed water. Let's come up here and see what these guys do for us. And how many it takes to actually do something. Wait a second. Wait a second. I totally got hydrogen from this. Why was that? Shouldn't it give me electrolyzed water first? I mean, I'm not complaining if it works this way. That saves me a whole bunch of stuff. So let's see here. It took like 5 or so, I think, to set it up. I think it takes 5 of each. But if I don't have to use... Come on, let me see it. Let me see it. It is hydrogen and a compressed cell. So that means that this entire second row here is utterly worthless. So let me go take care of that. Go recharge my jetpack a little bit. Be right back. Alright. So now let's set this thing up. So we want blue on this guy. Last one I pick, obviously. That'll be those. And then we want green on this guy. Will be those. So I'm going to go through and do this on all of these, and we'll set up the next portion. Be right back. Alright, so these are all set up like this instead of the other way I had it. So that the compressed air cells are first, so it's the first thing it looks for. Because that's the last thing you want to get backed up on. So that way the cells keep flowing through like they're supposed to. And yeah. So let's go to the next step. The very intensive step. We need 13. These guys. I'm going to put these in here. Don't need those anymore. We're going to need a lot of these. Because I need to make sure that we're still getting enough power and stuff to do things. So, let's run this. Let's see. How do we want this set up? So these things go into the top. So they should be like that. And then they get pulled out the front again. At least that's how they used to do it. Whether or not they still will is beyond me. But let's try it. Okay. So we'll paint these ones blue here in a moment. I need... If I set that up... That should be a quick fix, if I think right. That'll work. Except I don't want it to be an MV transformer. That's bad. It's gonna blow things up. I want them to be LV transformers. And these things actually need to be a lot closer than the way they are right now. So let's get all these things set up the right way. Flip them around, flip them around, flip them around. And we'll keep going with these. See, that works perfectly. Perfectly symmetrical. It's weird. I don't like it. It shouldn't be symmetrical. 7 and 13 should not be symmetrical at all. But they are. Weird enough. Okay, so that's all of those. So let's set up a few MV transformers over here. Let's set up like, I don't know, 4. We'll come out over here, do this little guy, and do these over and up. There we are. Now all of these things should get power now and should function properly. So let's see. What do you make, Mr. Hydrogen Cell? You make empty cells and deuterium, if I'm not mistaken. So, in order for us to do anything with that, we're going to want to okay, so let's see. How do I have to flip this? Is it just one click to flip? Yeah, one click to flip. Okay. So that there will be that line. I need to run some power to it. Okay, so let's see. How do we want to run power? Probably right there. Up and around. And on the bottom of these okay, cool. Yeah, this should make things a little bit easier, I hope. We should be able to forget what we were getting before that we had to extract. It was really weird. I know we were extracting the helium. So let's see. I want black to be empty cells. Empty cells should be the first thing that we want sorted out at all times. No matter what, we should have empty cells that are being sorted out. So let's go through each one of these. I'm going to set these all up to do this black, and then yellow will be the deuterium that this gives me as soon as I'm 100% certain that it's deuterium. I am 100% sure that it's deuterium. It's deuterium in empty cells that it gives you. So after I set all of this up in this exact same fashion as this one, so if you don't want to see it, you want to see it right here. This is exactly what it's going to look like, and then we'll set it up for you. So be right back. Alright, so I went ahead and ran these all to black, yellow, all set up the exact same, running black back over to here, and this one's stalled because it doesn't have anywhere to put yellow. So we need to fix that. Now this is the part where it's going to get a little bit tricky because I'm not real familiar with how this works. So let's see here. Now I'm going to want to separate these things. So we've got like 3 on this side, 2 on this side. So this should be the smaller side, just logically. Because we're going to use 7. Now, I don't know why we decided 7 before, but hey, it worked, and I'm going to keep it that way because it worked. Logic is sound. Okay. Now we're going to need some of these regulators. I don't need any of these MV transformers anymore. And I don't need liquiducts anymore. I will, however, start to need those. I should not need that anymore either. Okay, so next thing we want to do here, centrifuge there. Oh look, see, there we go. Except, there we are. See, somewhat intelligent. Okay, so let's see how I want to hang this. Just continue to do something like that, maybe. That's not hideous. It's not beautiful, but I mean, it's not hideous. Plus, it's not like we're ever going to look at this thing again once we're done here. So let's send it up here. Why does it do that? I mean, I obviously don't have anything for it to switch out to, but... Okay. So there's that. And now one more time. Actually, you know what? I don't want them set up like that. This is the part where things need to switch up a little bit. Okay, give me those back. Give me back, give me back. Of course, it doesn't like it from the bottom, so we have to do it like this, like that, and like that. Okay. Perfection. Okay. So the way this is going to work is take all these off, repaint these ones to be yellow, just for space saving. Not that we need to save that much space. This is a lot more compact now that we don't have another row of electrolyzers. Okay, and then we're going to do that with a pipe in front of it. And I don't know what side these things need to be facing. Let's see what it looks like. I'm guessing once again, big side is in, little side is out. I mean, that makes the most sense. Okay, let's do this. That's everything that we needed there. And I don't know if those need to be restriction pipes or not. I know we had them as them before, but who knows? Okay. So the big old golden side's the there it is. And there it is. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to set it so that it has to have 5. And then it sends 4 to red. And then the other one we want sent to yellow. So I might not even need these things, in all honesty. Because if I have some going to red, that's 4 here. Oh, now I need to see it run through real quick so I can decide how this thing works. So when it has 5, it sends it through. And this one takes 4. Sends it down. And then the rest should send it off on its way. So then 4 should come through here. Like I said, the other one should go into the line. And this is where, this here is where these things are going to come in. Because they're going to get fed in from the top. This doesn't have to be red. This shouldn't be anything at all, actually. Like I said, this one needs to be at 4. So if I put 5 in there, I need to see what happens. So for that, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to steal this chest real quick. This chest will act like an inventory, because it is one. And I'm going to put 5 things in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on the 5th one, it sends out. It says, nope, I don't want to be in there because there's 4. 4 just got sent through, and these get sent here. Beautiful. That worked perfectly. And as soon as this thing decides to break, yep, we'll put this back over here. Those things get sent there. I once again need to set up LV transformers. These once again be turned around. And there's that. And almost got it. Okay, perfect. So now I'm going to waste a whole bunch more of my deuterium to set these things to say, hey, when you have 5, you send. Hey, when you have 4, you have 4, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's 6. It's 1 too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we want to do 4 here. 4 here. You go grab the rest of it. And 1, 2, 3, 4 there. And 4 there. Beautiful. Anything else in excess gets sent to here. Where it will loop back around. Meet up with its friend over here. And get ran into the fusion reactor. So, now that that's all set up, for the most part, I still need to run these things. So let's see. Might as well do that now, I guess. And that will work. And come under here, do that, 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 and that. Get all my lights back. Perfect. This is coming along so good. And let's run some over here. That works perfectly. Drop down here, get this, fly back up here, and boom, boom, boom. And let's grab some more wire. Perfect. That all functions properly now. So fusion reactor definitely has to be several blocks off the ground. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Let's see. What else do I need? I need something to start it up. Some sort of power source. And I think that's it. Okay. So let's see if I remember how to do this thing correctly. So there's 1, 2. Let's do it like eye level with this thing. So like right here. It's been a while since I set this thing up. Set one of these things up. Perfect. That works. And that leaves us real close to the blue alloy wire that I need to run across it. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to do that and that. I want superconductor wire here and here. And the fusion reactor there. I believe, right? Oh, that's unfortunate. Don't do that. Okay, yeah, those are the output wires, for sure. Let's see if we can break this thing with a wrench, because I really don't want to have to remake this wire very often. Okay. Cool, so those are the outputs, I'm guessing. I don't know, see, these sides look like wires. I'm going to check real quick. We'll be right back. Alright, so I guess it really doesn't matter how we have it set up, but these are the sides that the EU goes in on. Or, in my case, the one that I'm going to pump into and then pull out of. So this is the side that the wire goes on. So we got a wire there, wire there. And the way that I want this to work is I want the supercondensator to be right there and right there, but that's not the right side. That is. So these single dot sides, the sides that don't have these white marks on them, are the outputs. So that's the wire there, and once again over here, out like that, and flip around for me. There we go. Wonderful. Thank you. Boom, boom, Okay. So this is super wire. So, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it is tritium on top, deuterium on the bottom. So that means that these ones here are going to be yellow, and they're going to come in from, oh, let's say over here. And these things don't need to worry about touching anything. Just do their job. And flip it around and all the way back there. Beautiful. So, that leaves a lot of things to be done still. We're starting to wrap it up though. Almost. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is obviously get these things power, but before that even, I want to run this wire, or run this tube. Again, we'll run this kind of parallel to the other one, except I'm going to drop lower, because I have to. And I'm out of wire, or I'm out of pipe again. Let's grab some more of that. Back over here. And we'll do that. Okay. Let's set that up like so. Perfect. Everything's matching up real good for us. So we'll want this one to come up, let's say, this side, like right here. Alright. I'm going to need some sort of block here to power that guy. So that means that that does not need to be there. That needs to be over somewhere else. Let's just run it across the top here. I like that. Careful not to blow anything up. And that there goes out, down, back around into the, well, this will be where the extractor goes, and empty cells. And it'll come back around here into this guy. Now, automatic restart. So let's see. What do we want to do? We want to tell these, I mean, we don't even need to sort them at this point. This just kind of pulls out whatever and throws it wherever. That should work. I don't even think I need to have anything in that. I very well might though, so I mean, I don't think I want to give the sustained fusion a go yet, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so how am I running this wire? This one has to come over here, down, and do that. So that one gets charged. I still need to run EU. The fusion reactor. I need to figure out what I'm doing with are you all sorts of messed up? Okay. So this works there. That's all of them. And then we need to go over here, do something like this. Right here, there, and there. And I do have blue alloy wire still. Thank you for giving it to me. Okay, so this one, we don't need to set anything for the colors. Just set it up like so. And one more time. Beautiful. And that already pre-sorts everything for us. All these things have power. All we need to do is power this first line here and figure out what we're doing with the deuterium and so we need to figure out how we're going to run power without crossing cables. So we run it like there, there, down, down. Just loop it around like this, I think that'll work. Loop it around, run directly across here. And this line is very high voltage. I mean, kind of sort of very high voltage. There we go. It's charging up. As soon as that thing hits 40 million, we'll be good to go. So now comes the extractor for the H3. Sounds like a zombie virus, the H3 virus. So as soon as that comes around, we want to set it there. It shouldn't even need a hopper, honestly. So I'm thinking we'll run it off this line here. Place it like there. And then run pipe from, oh, not there. From this all the way around like so. Okay, let's see here. Boom. I need to set up a color there that it's not going to interfere with and cross any lines to get to. Let's do blue, because I can. So blue will be the H3. The rest of this comes through here and conjoins with this guy here. And goes back to black. So let's see, let's set this up. Right like so. Black will be empty cells. Let's see, I still got a few more of those guys going. So black is empty cells, and blue is something else entirely. So let's see here. We're about halfway there. T cells on top, D cells on the bottom. We patiently wait for it to hit where it needs to. Get our H3. This thing should work perfectly for us. I don't see any problems at all. There probably are, but that's what testing is for, right? Right. So while that's warming up, I'm going to go grab some more D cells. So I've got a few hanging out around here. Let's grab an extra stack. Extra 2 stacks, why not? So that way we've got 2 full stacks of deuterium and tritium. Because I don't think I had to set anything for fusion aside from the one that's in there. And once I make sure that that works fine, we'll work on moving the matter fabricator up here after I get some more wire. And hopefully nothing explodes, because that would be bad. But yep, we got enough to set off the reactor with 2 stacks of stuff. Let's see. Still a little ways away, unfortunately. I need to make more of these solar panels too. I wonder why they break like that. Because, like, I mean, they're all still getting power, correct? Yeah, just weird texture bugs, I guess. So, almost there. Almost there. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Just look at these monsters. These things are just going to be like, raw. Hopefully that's fast enough. If not, I can always add more centrifuges to either side easily. Well, these are all set up to blue, aren't they? So yeah, we'll set these guys up to blue. Blue, blue, blue. Actually, no, I don't want blue up there. Blue down here. Blue, 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 blue. Here's the problem. See, we have to forget something. So it's not a build if I don't forget something. And I'm going to use a wrench here so that I don't break everything. But of course the wrenches don't work, I forgot. Okay, perfect. Alright, now that works. That'll get us a lot of things. There's an empty cell there. The extractor run. I didn't see the extractor go. It gave me cells, though. I wonder if the cells went first. That would make sense. That make a lot of sense. 5 minutes to go. Come on. There we are. Helium. Okay. So helium's going to blue now, getting extracted. And we need to set that up with a lever and some more of these things. Went through an entire screwdriver on this build. That's awesome. Achievement unlocked. Okay, so let's see. Let's loop this around here. turn that guy on so that he does his job quickly. And this will be empty cells to black. Need one of those. And that should do it. That should be the entire build. So let's give it one more test go. See if it works with 1 and 1 again. Give it another test, make sure that everything runs perfectly. And then I'm going to make some more superconductor wire. Probably run, I'd say 4 more. And then put a matter fabricator right here or here. Maybe run 5 more, something like that. Run a few more, put the matter fabricator. How close are we to the... Nope, that's not going to work. What about over here? Nope, that's not going to work either. So it looks like it's just going to be out in the open. So on all honesty, I could probably just have one right here. That would work. I don't know, but I'm going to run that. Let's see if... I'm sure it already finished. No, it didn't yet. So it looks like the cells are going through first. Those are going through okay. As long as nothing's getting backed up. This one's going to produce a helium. Helium's going to go to blue. Blue is going to centrifugal extract it and go back into the line. So once I plug everything in, I'm going to need to make a ton more blue electric solar panels because there's no way it's going to be able to power all these sorting machines. Comfortably, at least. So that gets extracted, and that gets sent to black. Boy, that works perfectly. So, yeah. Let's power these things up. They'll all start to do their own thing. I'm now out of power, and it's time for the restart here any second. So yeah, I'm going to set up this matter fabricator later, make sure this all works perfectly. But until then, guys, see you later.